Hey, welcome back, and today we're going to talk about why people do not understand the term no fucks given. Cue the music. Hey, this is Manny Moonraker, and welcome to episode 91 of the UFO Report. As you heard in the little intro, apparently people don't understand that the term no fucks given with or without the hashtag means no fucks will be given. Basically, it's that easy. Figure it out. So we have a hater alert. Another hater came out of the woodworks, and what's really weird is all the haters are coming out on YouTube. Is that where people spend most of their times these days? Just sitting there watching videos hour after hour, day after day, just sitting around waiting to drop stupid comments. The person this week was Tim Harris. Thank you, Tim Harris. I appreciate your comment. Tim wrote, in parentheses, Manny Moonraker equals a guy is a complete ego. And then again in parentheses, dumbass. I appreciate you, Tim Harris, because you took the time to use your tiny pea brain to put together that sentence with all the colorful little fonts and all that stuff that makes you who you are. Now, Tim put this on the, I think it was episode 90-something. It's the one that we talked about Bigelow, and we played that clip of Bigelow where at the very end, he had that weird laugh like someone flew over the cuckoo's nest. And we know today why that is, why Bigelow has that weird laugh, because he's got all the damn information regarding the UFO phenomena, and fuckers like Tim Harris don't understand that. Don't be a rubber dicker, Tim. Join the movement. Have an open mind. Use your fucking brain. And look at people's actions. Don't just fall in love with the fact that the dude has a shitload of money that you'll never see. Understand that this is being kept from you. So no matter how many times you look at a rubber dicking video, and no matter how many times you believe some rich money bag that he's going to get you some information, because really to date he hasn't promised anybody shit. He's made no promises. Instead, he's taken every single precaution to make sure that only he has the information. So before you leave your little comments on a podcast that's become the place for no fucks given, think twice about it. Think about your audience, because I don't give a shit. You're just wasting your time. So be nice, for goodness sake. It'll save you lots of rubber dicking.
Listen, Mr. Wong, you listening to UFO Buster Radio with Manny Moonraker and a bigger O. You listen. They talk about flying saucer and little green men. Oh no. Again, here they come. I gotta go. See ya. Bye-bye.
Anyway, back to episode 91. That was my little rant. I mean for real. Like, I don't go around posting negative messages on people's social media channels and stuff like that. Don't be a dick. That's all I'm saying. Don't be a penis. Penises don't have hands, and they don't write stuff. So Tim, thank you. You added some content today, and I hope you're listening, because usually haters listen. And that's the best part, because a hater will continue to listen just so that he can hate. The worst part about Tim here is that he put this little comment in so many times that YouTube flagged him as a spammer. I mean, for real. What is that? You had nothing better to do than to do that and get flagged as a spammer. GetAlife.com. You deserve one. Anyway, today in the UFO Report, we have a strange little bit of an article, because it seems like every publication out there is trying to get on the UFO coattails. This one was quite surprising to me because, I don't normally go to this publication. So when I saw this come up in my searches, I was taken back a bit. And you know it from what's in the title of the episode, Forbes published a top 8 UFO spots from around the world. The actual title name to the article is The World's 8 Best Places to Hunt for Extraterrestrials and Search for UFOs. Now, at first when I read the title, I said, oh, there's places you can go camp for 100. But no, that's not necessarily it. So these places are, some of these places are like observatories. Some of these places are places where you can go and sit around and wait for a good probing. Like the Andes Mountain or something like that, or, somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. But a lot of these are places where you can do some scientific research, observatories and things like that. Initially, I would say, wait, 8 places, that's great. We'll talk about the first 3, top 3. And then, you guys can go into the link that's in the description and you can go read the rest for yourself, because I know you guys don't like me to read this stuff, and, I can be quite boring sometimes. Go figure. So I went to the top one. I said, great place to start. I think this is good because there was a story just over last year during the summer about this particular place and their military and how they fucked up a sighting. And that is the country of Chile. Apparently, it has a reputation for having the highest recorded number of UFO sightings all over the world. Whether you're looking at a globe or you're looking at a flat earth, Chile has pretty much all the UFOs. What's weird about this story, it says that the reason this is because it's due to low humidity, high altitudes, and clear skies with little pollution. I'll buy that for $1. So the article states that Chile has become the favorite place to go around the world for UFO hunting. And honestly, I can kind of believe that because you see it almost weekly. You have some kind of story out of Chile where there's UFOs, there's alien beings floating. The military goes bug-eyed and they spot about everything and call it a UFO. But that's what it is. Now, in this particular number 1 spot, there was something fascinating that the author included for Chile. And that is that the country has launched the CEFAA, which is a Committee for Studies of Anomalous Aerial Phenomena. So every country has one of these now. Is everyone looking for aerial phenomena that has unknown origin and unknown threat capabilities? The sad part is that it's controlled by the Chilean Air Force, and we know how great they are at reading their screens. So good luck, Chile. Number 2 is a Paranal Observatory in nowhere other than northern Chile. You guys seeing a pattern here? So this particular observatory is located in the Atacama Desert of Chile. And like I said, it's a Paranal Observatory. And apparently it is one of the best astronomical observing sites in the world. And it's actually the flagship location for Europe's ground-based astronomy. Whoa, damn. Chile has got it going on. So this particular spot, it contains several major telescopes, including a very large telescope and visible and infrared survey telescope and something called the VLT Survey Telescope. It's a very large survey telescope. And something called the Very Large Telescope Survey Telescope. Yeah, could they make that any more difficult? Holy shit. So I was thinking, look, Chile has got the first 2 spots. I'm proud of them. This is wonderful. Then we came to number 3. Okay, that's the Atacama Large Millimeter Submillimeter Array, or ALMA Observatory for short. Well, slap me silly. Chile is in number 3. The ALMA Observatory is basically a radio observatory, and it basically is all about capturing radio waves emitted by sources in space. The observatory has 66 antennas. 44 of them are 12 meters in diameter, and 12 are 7 meters in diameter. Top 3, the Chileans are not fucking around. You guys, we're in trouble. So I said, listen, okay, number 4. Number 4 has got to be somewhere else. It cannot be that the country of Chile has the top 4 out of 8 places where you would want to go to get your eyeballs on a damn UFO. Number 4 is the San Clemente UFO Trail. And I'm sorry, you guys. This is also in Chile. San Clemente, Chile is considered to be the unofficial UFO capital of the world, according to researchers. And they say there's hundreds of UFO sightings reported in as much as a week. So popular are the sightings and encounters with UFOs here that the Chilean Tourism Board decided to officially name this area the UFO Trail back in 2008. Is it me? Why do we even have Area 51 and Roswell out here? Are you kidding me? If you're into ufology, you need to get your happy asses down to Chile. Enjoy the food, enjoy the Montezuma's revenge. You'll probably have diarrhea for a while, but you're sure to find something that's 4.2 far. I guarantee it. I mean, Forbes cannot be wrong. Alright, so at this point, I decided to say, screw it, I can't read anymore because watch the top page just be all about Chile. It turns out it's not. You have a place in Russia, you have a place in England, you have, of course, Roswell, Area 51. There's a lot of honorable mentions that follow after the first 8. So check out the article. It's linked in the description. It'll take you over to the Forbes site and you can read it. It's pretty cool. Some of these places, like I said, some of them are like the arrays, observatories and so forth. But some of them are actual places that you can, Uber yourself to and get a tent, sit out there and just wait to see what happens. One last thing. After you read that, don't forget to follow UFO Buster Radio on Twitter at UFO Buster Radio, on Instagram at Manny Moonraker, on the Facebook pages Manny Moonraker and UFO Buster Radio. But before I leave, I got one more thing to say. People like Tim are the individuals who take those other podcasts about ufology and so forth and really push them over the top. These are the kind of podcasts where you're going to hear the same old bullshit day in and day out. The same stories about people publishing their books with experiences and stories that basically don't make a lick of sense. And they will have these people on day after day, week after week, year after year, and promote them like they're the next best thing. While I'm not saying that UFO Buster Radio is entirely better than any of those podcasts, I will say this. The reason why we have a no fucks given attitude for 2018 is because we really don't care. We don't care to promote things that are just for listens and downloads. I'm here, and they go up here sometimes, and sometimes we'll have guests, to give an honest opinion. And that's what you're getting. I'm not selling you on anybody else's book or anybody else's work. I'm sharing the ufology experience with you. In turn, you can give me some feedback. But to come out and say that I'm a dumbass and I'm egotistic, you should really look at yourself, spammer. But in any case, I thank you guys for listening, every single one of you. And thanks again for everyone who's gone to those Facebook pages and given likes, who's taken the time to go and join the Instagram, and who's been retweeting a lot of the things that I put out. Especially want to thank, of course, Ronnie Dawson. Ronnie Dawson is always out there retweeting, UFO Buster Radio tweets and things like that. So thank you, Ronnie. And like I said before, he's always active in the UBR Truth Seekers Facebook group. And if you got a chance and you want to go out there, and you can talk to Ronnie, you can talk to anybody else that's been on here. Check it out. I'll leave you with one last thing. Ciao.